Here's some
Go
here's
on,
some
dude. Sorry.
here's some reactions to the footage today.
God, that dude. Um, listen, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think this dude, he's just that is his bread and butter. That is his bread and butter. I said many times
Yeah.
that he does this because the people that watch him are there for that. They are there for the hate. The thing, go back to the top. What's the name of the channel? It's Aaron's
Aaron Fisher, my review.
My Reviews. So this is what I find funny about that name right now. I just noticed, like your channel, my channel, like you do a lot of reviews. For you talk about Star Wars and other IPs, right?
Yeah.
Right. And my channel is all DC content. So there is, a specific intent to make specific content, right?
Mhm.
You make it about Star Wars, DC. I make it about DC, and that's it, right?
Yep.
So that is my channel. Like even my logo, it morphs from a DC to my logo, and So I don't understand what is his channel about. His channel is about hating everything DC because like if you like 9 out of 10, it's fuck James Gunn, fuck Warner Brothers, fuck the Superman movie. Like what is your channel about, dude? Because it's not about reviews.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I've had long conversations with him, and he does do other things on his channel. He does review movies. He
I'm
does
sure he does, but it's just
does other
nine out
stuff.
of
But
ten. Like you cannot call your channel review anything if you 9 out of 10 are you're shedding on a specific IP. Because I don't think he talks this. He spent this much time hating a Marvel IP, any Marvel movies. And the thing is that it's the bullshit that most of this channel, not just his, most of these channels do is that they spend when they talk about specific director, they do it with respect, right?
mhm.
And as they should, right? With every director. I didn't like the movie. The movie didn't work for me. I don't want to I don't want to say the name of the film, but I think you know which film, the last film that Zack Snyder made that didn't resonate with a lot of people. The way that it was reviewed was with an amount of decency that you're supposed to have for the directors and the work that they did, right? It didn't work for me. The cinematography was amazing because it was, but the story didn't work for me. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. But when you see a trailer, not a trailer, a teaser trailer, and you're using language like this is a disaster, this is trash, this is a disrespect on the characters, like who the fuck talks like that?
You're not
Like
wrong. You're not wrong.
who the fuck? Like if I speak to my coworker, dude, did you see that trailer? This is the conversation. Yeah, I saw it. What do you think about it? It wasn't for me. Oh yeah, I didn't like it either. Okay, let's move on. Nobody says, dude, that was a disrespect on the character, the legacy of the character, blah blah. Nobody talks like that. So why the fuck?
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
the one thing, it's not just with him, but it's other people. They refuse to acknowledge that people are allowed to have different iterations of the character. They're allowed to have their
Yes,
own artistic spin on different
absolutely.
characters. James Gunn was hired to do a job to do this, and he's doing it. It may not resonate with him. It may not. That's the beauty of art. That's the beauty of film.
That's
It's
yeah,
subjective,
subjective. Yeah.
and it may not hit with him. It may not hit with his viewers. But his viewers, I mean, he's got what, 4 or 5 thousand subscribers. That's 4 or 5 thousand people that it may not hit with.
Yeah.
That's a drop in the bowl for drop in a bucket for how many people are out there actually going to go watch this movie. And that's what it comes down to, is like, okay, those 4 or 5 thousand people don't really mean anything to the grand scheme of this movie and how many people are going to see it. And out of all the people that are going to see it, I'm sure a lot of people are going to like it.
Yep.
And they can't grasp that. And when you try to explain it to those people, and I know he hates this, but they always will sit there and say, well, what about the artistic integrity that they didn't give Zack Snyder? And it's like, we're not talking about that. That was a different regime. That was a whole different situation. That
Yep.
sucked. Yes, I agree. You agree. Other people
Yep.
agree. That sucked. And what happened then was terrible.
Yep.
But that wasn't David Zaslav. That wasn't Peter Safran. That
Nope.
wasn't James Gunn. Now is now, and they're doing what they are doing now. Let him do his thing, and that's all it comes down to. But these people who are obsessed with just trashing on Warner Brothers and DC right now, they just can't see past what happened in the past. They can't put that behind them and say the past happened, it sucked. But we're past it now. Like it's in the past, it's done, it happened. Let's move forward. They just can't do that, and that's their biggest problem.
Yeah, and having somebody who continues to galvanize that mentality, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because I think they have found, because they do feel marginalized, and I understand, because I wanted to see the Snyderverse continue. I wanted to see Henry Cavill come back, but when that didn't happen, I just couldn't hold on to that because I love DC, the IP. It's the way how. This is the way that it goes. He comes as a director. He directs his films, and then he just moves on. And another director comes and plays with this in the sandbox, and then it's gonna compete. It's then 10 years from now, somebody else is gonna play with his characters again, and you cannot be holding on to the one that resonates with you, because then you're gonna cheat yourself out of probably an amazing experience.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate, but. Yeah, and what bothers me about the artistic integrity thing, I think it's bullshit. I think that they're full of shit, every single one of them. Anybody that said that screamed artistic integrity and then turns around and shits on everything that James Gunn does is a hypocrite.
yes.
Because you can say, and many of my friends that I speak to, they say, this is not for me. That's an adult thing to say. This is not for me. I'm going to move on and I'm going to focus on other things. That's fair. But when you say artistic integrity, but only when it's Zack Snyder, but when it's James Gunn, it's trash. When it's James Gunn, he's disrespectful. He doesn't understand the characters. This is he's a P, you know what? And like all these things, like, okay, so I thought we were fighting for artistic integrity for every director that comes into the studio lot and they come with a vision. That vision is respected.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're telling me it feels like it's only for a specific person. So to me, that's disingenuous. I don't vibe with that.
Yeah, I don't get it. We got another one here that I looked him up because I thought, hey, if anybody's going to trash on this footage, it's going to be this man here. And he didn't. I was kind of shocked. I'm not going to lie. Matt Jarbo says,
I don't mind mine.
The Superman teaser was fine. It did get a chuckle out of me when I recognized that Alan Tudyk was voicing one of the robots. I still don't like the idea of the first glimpse we get of him is that he is bruised and beaten, but we shall see what happens. I was shocked. Like I thought that he was going to trash all over it, but he didn't. And the reason why I pulled this one up is because I want to show even my viewers that let's remember that there are people out there who they may be trashing on the movie and everything, but as more footage comes out, they may change their tune, and they can change their tune.
Yeah.
And Matt Jarbo may be one of those ones that does change his tune. I have not gotten a chance to sit down and talk with him. I want to. I told him I wanted to. We had our little back and forth a few weeks ago.
Sure.
And I want to have my conversation with him. Heck, there's another one, Sean O'Rourke. He's stopped into the chat here a couple times. I'm hoping to get him on the show next week, actually.
Okay.
So he and I can talk. So that's what I like to do. I like to actually have a conversation instead of just going back and forth in chat or things like that. Yeah. I mean, I want to have a conversation, and sometimes the only way to get their attention, and you've probably seen me, I post videos about them because that gets their attention. Then I can get their attention.
Yeah, they are a sensitive bunch.
They sure are. Somebody, it's funny because somebody a while ago was like, "Hey, somebody posted a video about you." I was like, "Really?" And I saw somebody did a short about me, and I was like, "Huh, that's pretty cool." I just
Yeah.
forgot about it after that.
I saw. I think. Aaron reviewed. He did a he did a video about a tweet that I don't even remember what it was, but I found it hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. But they're very sensitive. I think I did. Yeah, on Sunday I was just home doing nothing, and I did a AI. Remember, I think AI toy Snyder Cult, whatever. And it was just a happy coincidence that it looked like somebody from that universe. Oh my goodness, everybody's lost their shit over that. It's like, what the hell is going on? I
yeah,
was laughing my ass off the entire day. But yeah, because like talking about Dave Chappelle,
yeah.
the internet is not a real place. So
I got a comment on one of my videos the other day that said, the way you make facial expressions and the way you talk with your hands in your videos just
right.
automatically makes me not want to watch your videos anymore." I'm like, "Wow, sorry, I didn't know I couldn't have a face and talk with my hands." Like,
Wow.
like, all right.
Yeah, that's the internet for you.
Yeah.
You can say, I like oranges. Well, why you like oranges and you don't like apples? I didn't say anything about apples. Do you hate
Yeah.
apples? Are you a apple hater? That's pretty much how the internet is.
Uh,
It's weird.
anyways, and the last one I'm going to cover is Sean O'Rourke here.
Mm,
He kind of digs at this trailer big time. He goes, "I've
okay,
seen the new trailer. The extended footage has poorly written dialogue for the robot who is not a sentient being, which is spoon feeding information to the audience. If these robots have been with Superman for years in the Fortress of Solitude, he would know this information, but saying it out loud was designed for the audience, setting up what's to come later in the film. And of course, the robots are being all jokey as
sure.
Superman is being carried away to get rays of yellow sun to repair him. A solid written script wouldn't have to spell it all out, but James Gunn thinks the audience is either dumb or needs all the extra dialogue to have everyone understand the new universe. Crypto doesn't feel real. They could have used a real dog for close-ups, but he has dead eyes and appears to have no weight when walking or bouncing around. It just clearly feels like VFX. The new trailer is just the Fortress of Solitude sequence with teaser trailer in it. The Lois interview with Superman is not included in front of Minecraft."
You know, go ahead.
So
That's
yeah,
a lot.
this
That's
is
a
where I saw
mouthful.
this is where I saw the crypto stuff, which I think is complete BS.
Oh, it
I think
is.
crypto looked great. When were the robots jokey? There was no jokey with the robots at all.
No.
And the when they're talking, Superman's hurt and he goes, "Thank
Thank
you,"
you.
because that's something Superman would do
Do it. Be
regardless if
kind.
he
Yes.
knows or not. He would say thank you. And then the robot saying that is exactly what a robot would do in that situation, saying, "Look, you don't need to thank us because we have no feelings." Like that's what a
Right.
robot would do in that situation. Like
Yes.
everything makes sense there.
Hmm.
I just man, again, it's another person that's just looking for a reason to try and undercut this movie in being bad before it comes out.
Every time a trailer drops, there is always this armchair critics.
Yeah.
I'm sure this man has written some profound scripts himself, right? Let me. What? Okay, and I'm sure he's a CGI expert and also an expert in cinematography. So I'm sure he knows what he's talking about.
No, I'm sure.
Is he any of those things, by the way?
Well, I've had a little bit of a discussion with him in the chat.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm hopefully going to have him on my show next week.
Okay,
I requested or asked him to jump on the show next week.
sure.
I think he stated something along the lines of he's worked in marketing or
Oh, fuck
something like
sakes.
that. I don't know, something in that regard, or his wife worked in marketing or something. I don't know. That's why I want to talk with him. I want to understand where he's coming from and why he views it this way. I just want to understand it. That's all.
Um, you know what? I'm not trying to invalidate his opinion because it is an opinion. Um, but when you put statements out, making it sound like you know what the fuck you're talking about, that's where it like bothers me. Like, why? Like, if you do not, like, if you start off with, I feel, I think, this is our subjective statements that you're making.
Yep.
But when you put in things out there saying the CGI was this, the the jokes didn't land because of whatever, or the robot said this, and validating the gravity of the issue at hand, and so that means the script is what blah blah. Are you a script writer? Are you a so these are the things that kind of irks me. But I'm not saying that he shouldn't have an opinion, but making statements like that as if you are an expert, uh, I really would like. I'm not trying to diminish his line of work, because everybody's path is different, but I just don't understand why I would get out. Why would somebody get out of their lane to say something that is not within their wheelhouse?
Yeah.
Like, my wheelhouse, I'm an IT professional, and my thing is, like, I love this movie. I love what I'm seeing, and I always, whenever I speak about this movie or any IP, is from my point of view. It's not trying to say something that sounds profound, like, or deep. I don't know. Like, the way that he framed this whole thing, it feels like he knows he's a script doctor or something like that.
Yeah.
And if he isn't, then I think he should shut the fuck up and stick to his opinions.
I agree. I do agree.